Hello, good days and welcome to the viewers of this channel. In today's live, we are going to talk about what is insurance planning and consumer credit. My name is Nur Bazila and together with my partner Nur Azida, we are going to discuss about the topic.
Insurance. Insurance is an annoying necessity that we all have to pay to make sure we don't end up in the massive amount of debt. When our house burns down, if we crash our car, or when something tragic happens. Insurance helps us maintain our peace of mind, knowing that even if something bad does happen, someone else is going to pay for what it costs to fix it. Some people will find this a little bit confusing. I mean, we pay 200 ringgit per month for a home insurance, and only after 7 months, our house burned down. The insurance company will buy you a new house that will likely cost thousands of ringgit, but you only given them 1,400. So why would they do that? That is the power of insurance. Then what is insurance basic concept? Basic concept of insurance is that a company of insurer offer a guarantee for a certain risk that may or may not occur. Then another party, the insured, pay the insurer in the exchange for protections against the risk. But from home and auto insurance, there is a personal insurance. Let me show you. In the journey of life, we all have our hopes and passions, ups and downs. This is the story of Mr. Bunny, how he went through the ups and downs in life while living to the fullest, with the help of 5 types of insurance. After graduating, Mr. Bunny started working on a carrot farm, as he always dreamed of owning a farm one day. It was an unusually sunny day as Mr. Bunny toiled in the farm.
It's so hot today.
Mr. Bunny was admitted to the hospital for a heat stroke. Had to stay in the hospital for 3 days, and his hospital bill came up to his full month's salary.
Phew, it's a good thing Daddy advised me to buy a medical insurance. Otherwise, this hospital stay will have burned a hole in my wallet.
After his stay in hospital, Mr. Bunny started thinking more about what would happen to his pregnant wife if he was no longer around.
Darling, you and our future kids are the most important people to me. Oh, that's so sweet of you. You know, life is unpredictable. I bought a life insurance to protect our family's future when I am no longer around. That's right.
Soon Mrs. Bunny gave birth to 3 healthy baby bunnies. Mr. Bunny was overjoyed, but he also started to worry about his children's education.
Darling, there's no use worrying. We need to start planning ahead. But how? We need to send all 3 of them to the university at the same time. Mrs. Owl told me that she got a saving policy for each of her children. I think we should get it for our babies too.
One day, Mr. Bunny's father suffered a stroke due to his sedentary lifestyle and bad eating habits. After his stroke, he had to move around using a wheelchair and needed help in his daily life.
Daddy, I'm worried about your medical costs. Do you need any help with paying your medical bills? Son, don't worry. My critical illness insurance policy gave me a lump sum payment after I was diagnosed with stroke. That's great, Daddy. Let me know if you need help in anything else.
Learning from his father's experience with stroke, Mr. Bunny decided to start jogging daily to live healthier and better. On one of his daily runs with his best friend, Mr. Turtle, they met with an accident. Due to the accident, they were both admitted to the hospital.
Oh no, I won't be able to work for a month with my broken arm. How am I going to pay my daily expenses? You don't have a personal accident policy to help you with that? My personal accident policy provides me with compensation when I'm met with accidents and unable to work. I didn't know that. I need to get one soon.
Understanding the 5 insurance types and how each play a part in your life can help you plan for your life to ensure you are fully protected from uncertainties. Medical insurance covers your hospitalization expenses. Life insurance protect your loved one if the unfortunate happens to you. Saving insurance help you achieve your financial goal. Critical illness insurance provides a lump sum payment if you are diagnosed with a critical illness. Personal accident insurance provides a lump sum payment in the event of an accident. Each insurance type is important in helping you live your life to the fullest and protecting your loved ones. The primary purpose of insurance planning is to identify and evaluate risk factors in life. It also to seek adequate coverage to achieve peace of mind in the event of calamity. Moreover, insurance is an economic mechanism that transfers risk from an individual to a firm while also reducing risk volatility through risk pooling. Carrying insurance is essential, but carrying the right kind of insurance is even more critical. Everyone has unique insurance needs based on his or her age, health, family structure, economic status, possession, asset, and variety of other considerations. Insurance is a necessary piece of everyone's financial plan. Being prepared for the unexpected will assure that you can still achieve your goal even if you face a financial crisis. In the event of an emergency, an insurance coverage will help you maintain your emergency fund. Insurance may also safeguard your family if you are involved in an accident and suffer injuries, become disabled, ill, or die. Insurance can settle down your debt if you are dead or become disabled. For instance, a husband purchased a new car using hire purchase loan and died a year later, owing to illness. The family was grieved, but they are grateful since the late spouse purchased auto life insurance, which allowed them to keep the car for free while the debt balance is settled by the insurance company. The one-time pay insurance relieves a family member's financial stress. The insurance industry has a major impact on the global economy by mobilizing domestic savings. It transforms accumulated capital into profitable investment and promotes trade and commerce activity. Nevertheless, let's see the current issue involving insurance coverage and whether Malaysians are underserved. This is about the recent flood in Taman Sri Muda, Selangor.
Looking at Taman Sri Muda now, the Shah Alam township resembles a war zone in the wake of the disastrous floods that began on December 18th. Water rose to as high as 3.5 meters in some areas, swallowing cars and filling the first story of most homes. How a neighborhood in the country's most prosperous state ended up as ground zero for the historic, deadly floods is a case of a
Child. Through the video, we can see that it's very important to have home insurance to protect your home from damage or loss from the flood. Then, motor insurance with additional premium are needed to cover the damage arising from the flood. Here are some examples of how a home insurance works. Paul and Dave are neighbors. Paul decided to buy an insurance to cover his house and its contents, but Dave rather buy a game console instead. A few months later, a heavy rainstorm broke down. Both Paul and Dave's house are flooded. Everything downstairs was ruined, including Dave's console. While Dave is worried about how he's gonna repair his house, Paul simply called his insurance company and submitted a claim. The agent came and calculated the damage and arranged a payment to Paul. He can then redecorate his house and replace his ruined possession. Okay, back to the video.
However, here's where things have been going wrong, culminating in the floods that killed over a dozen people in the area.
Because we never know when we're gonna die, life insurance is important. At least your death means something and help your family to survive after the flood. Flood are dirty and you will highly get sick after experiencing flood. Thus, health insurance is also important. On to the next video.
Operator of Maidin retail outlets on Tuesday said it forgave individuals who broke into its Maidin Mart branch in Taman Sri Muda during the floods. The operator lost about 200,000 to 300,000 ringgit from the looting incident that occurred between 1 p.m. and 2 p.m. on Monday. They said the estimated loss will be higher if they take into the account the damage to the outlet.
Business or commercial insurance is needed by the business owner. We can refer to the video. Life is full of uncertainty. Dato Ali Maidin can remain calm because his business or commercial insurance cover vandalism, malicious or mischief behavior, riot, and civil commotion. It also offers business income coverage and civil authority coverage. The trend shows that insurance purchased after the flood has been increased. About 22% of Alliance General customers has opted for special ferry. Meanwhile, Ethical Generator Kapul Berhad saw a spike to a high of 20% certificate purchase in the first week of January from its previous of 7%. To attract more low-income families to have insurance, The insurance company should provide written or offer registration support to the customer. Next, maybe provide a calculation tools to help people calculate risk, and focus on targeting key people who can influence others to buy insurance. Here, I can conclude that insurance is very important to secure a peace of mind whilst living to the fullest.
Hi, my name is Azida Johari, and now we will look at the consumer credit. What is consumer credit? Consumer credit is a loan taken out by a person to purchase goods and services. There are two types of consumer credit, which are open account credits and loans. Open account credit is provided by retailers or financial institutions that allows customers to borrow a set amount of money to pay for purchases. There are four types of open account credit, which are credit card, charge card, retail charge card, and revolving credit lines, or what we call it as overdraft. Credit card is a small plastic or metal card issued by a financial company. It allows you to make purchases by borrowing money up to an established limits. Charge card is similar to credit card, but the amount must be paid fully every month. Retail charge card is a card issued by or on behalf of a retailer or a private label credit card that is limited to customers of a specific retailer. And lastly, revolving credit lines of overdraft is associated with the current account. The current account holder must get approval from the bank in order to be able to overdraw their account. Loans. It is frequently larger in size and amount and have longer repayment terms than open account credits. Contract in loans are formal, negotiated contracts that specify in details the purpose of the loans, amount borrowed, interest rate, and the loan repayment schedule, as well as the rights and obligations. There are three main types of loans, which are personal loans, car loans, and education loans. Personal loan is any situation in which a person borrows money for personal reason, including investing in a business, while car loans taken by borrowers to finance the purchase of a new or used car. It is also known as a hire purchase. An education loan is sum of money borrowed to finance post-secondary education or higher education related expenses. Now, let us look at the purposes of consumer credit. Consumer credit allows us as customers to borrow money or incur debt and to defer repayment of that money over time. It is necessary since an individual has a limited amount of money as a resources to purchase. Secondly, it is a method of managing money. Because credit must be paid back, consumer credit can be characterized as a method of managing money. Third purposes of consumer credit is it lets customers to pay for purchases over time with monthly payment that are often much lower than the total purchases price. Customer pay interest to the lender in exchange. Consumer credit also serves the following purposes. It creates an emergency fund that will help pay for unexpected expenses. It also pays off debts, and it builds up an emergency fund with 3 to 6 months worth of living expenses for unexpected problem such as a loss of a job. Next is the importance of consumer credit. While credit assists customers in purchasing a home or a car or finance their educations, economic transactions can take place more efficiently, and the economy can grow when consumers and businesses can borrow money. Credit consumer also important to help people building their wealth. How? Such loan can help people to pay for college, increase their earnings power, or start businesses, and etc. Consumer credit facilitates the transactions to a cashless society by using a credit card, for an example. It is also an indicator to learn whether the economy is growing or contracting. For example, if people are getting credit rapidly and sure that they can pay back the loan in time, That means the economy is growing. But if they didn't take credit to buy goods or services, it means that they are concerned about their future spending. Current issue of consumer credit. Experience Information Services Malaysia released iScore research which details Malaysian credit score and credit facility trends from 2019 to 2022. Experience iScore have increased modestly across all age groups in the 4 years after the pre-COVID year of 2019, indicating that customers have taken steps to manage their credit portfolios throughout the COVID-19 economic crisis. iScore improved from 602 in 2009 to 619 in 2022 across all 5 age groups. With inflationary pressure, increased prices of necessary items, and greater borrowing costs, consumers are confronted with substantial cost of living challenges. Experience will operate the Uplift Your Score promotion from June 1 to June 30, 2022 in conjunction with Experience Credit Health Month. The goal of this campaign is to raise awareness about the importance of excellent credit health in personal money management. Statistical information. This is a statistical of consumer credit in Malaysia. The bar chart shows Malaysia consumer credit in billion currency unit from September 2021 to April 2022. During that period, the average value in the table was 435.63 billion ringgit with a low of 426.8 billion in September 2021 and high of 440.7 billion in April 2022. It depicts commercial banks loans made to households or individuals to purchase goods and services. Next is the Malaysian Consumer Credit Score. According to the Experience Status of Credit 2021 report, most consumers were able to keep up with their credit repayments during the last 2 COVID-19 affected years. Individuals' credit worthiness improved slightly, with the average credit score in Malaysia climbing 18 points from 601 in 2019 before the COVID-19 pandemic to 619 in 2021. These gains may also have been facilitated through government measures such as loan moratoriums, the 10K special withdrawal from EPF, Bantuan Keluarga Malaysia Payments and Financial Management and Resilience Program URUS repayment assistance obtained by more than 2.7 million individuals borrowers throughout the second half of last year. The report examined consumer credit performance across the country, focusing on consumer credit scores and borrowing habits in relation to credits. Lenders typically use credit scoring to determine an individual's credit worthiness before approving or rejecting a loan applications. The percentage of people who are 19 days past due (DPD) on their credit payments fell by 0.7% from 2.5% in 2018 to 1.8% in 2021. According to the report, those aged 22 to 28 years have the highest average DPD across all 4 years, but it has decreased from 6.2% to 3.8%. Conclusion. Here are what we can conclude from our infographic presentation.
Consumer can earn more advantage through the usage of credit.
Lastly is recommendations. It is recommended to use credit when buying something since it is more convenient. When traveling or shopping, carrying credit card is more handy than carrying cash. It is also serve a useful transaction lock. That's all from us. Thank you for watching.